Well, hello everyone, and welcome back for another episode of Empowering Intuitives Talk Show. And I have my dear friend Stormy with us. How are you, my dear? Welcome back.
Mm. Hi, thanks for having me. Doing good.
Absolutely. Yeah, I gotta tell you, Stormy, this energy of things going on right now. I pulled a card for the collective, and it was the moon card. And it's just talking about powerful, intuitive epiphanies and letting go of worry and fear and understanding the truth of a situation. And I feel like that had a lot to do with the things that, for me personally, have been coming up. There's so much going on that my guides are talking about globally and economically and on so many different levels. And it's an interesting thing for my guides to be bringing all of this up. But they were like, but look at the bigger picture. Don't stay in the fear of it or looking at those things. You really have to look at, okay, how can you be safe? How can you be grounded? How can you prepare? How can you um, understand there's a bigger agenda here from the divine as well as the negative. So for me, it has a lot to do with that. And then we have that eclipse coming. Holy moly. And, I like that we're going to have epiphanies. And I feel like it's almost like how the eclipse slowly kind of goes over the moon. It's like peeling back things for us, like wounds, like you said earlier. And whew, hold on to your wigs, ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to be a little bit of a ride. What are you picking up about these energies, love?
A lot of it's bringing a lot of things to the surface for everyone. And so many times throughout our life and past lives as well, we tuck things back and we don't ever talk about it. We let it go. We make it through, so we think, oh, I'm okay, but really we're not. So I think that some of the things that are happening that trigger us are taking us back to those places where we didn't complete the healing or the forgiveness. Forgiveness is a big one for me that I've been getting, to forgive people and detach from the pain.
Mm,
Let that go.
yeah.
The emotions, get your emotions out of the way no matter what you have to just do it. Just do it. There's so much help available. Um, yeah, there's no excuse, everybody. You know what I mean? Build
Well,
a bridge and get over it.
well, and I like how you said that. I always talk about that bloomin' onion and the multiple layers of stuff. And I
Yeah.
feel like this is another like I don't know if I want to put as much weight to say it's transformative, but like I feel like it's holding heavier weight for us to really
Mhm.
launch ourselves forward of letting go and healing another deep, deep layer. I don't know. Are you picking that up? Something like that?
Absolutely. It's a really important but maybe painful transition that a lot of us are
Yeah.
going through. Even the earth angels, even the advanced warriors. As a matter of fact, I think the more gifts that you have, the more you're being tested right now. It's just a test. You know what I mean? Just pass it. Just make the right choice, take the higher road, and don't lower down. People are attacking other people in different ways, and
Yeah.
just don't attach to any of that seriously. Keep your vibe up and keep on going. It's really important to address body, mind, and spirit. Your diet, your water, your exercise. What are you listening to all day? Who are you talking to? Who are you hanging out with? Seriously, it's that important right now because I feel like this is major. This is really major for everyone,
Yeah.
not just us, for everyone, no matter where you're at or what your life purpose is or whatever. And I think that a lot of that's going to be revealed to us really soon.
Yeah.
Not that we don't know what our life path is, but like, yeah, like you said, the big picture, the
Yeah. It kind
big,
of gets clearer. It's something's
hmm
gonna like get clearer for all of us, and that's different things for different people. You know,
yeah,
I'm going for a session this weekend of hypnosis, and I had to sit and really think about questions that I really wanted to ask my higher self. And a lot of those, it took me a minute. I really sat with it and worked this to really come up with some good questions. And, you know, the questions kind of time to what the energies or what are going on. Like, what do I need
hmm
to do to really like clear karma for good? Like, how do I, if I have any other karma, what do I need to do here? Let's clean house. I want to clean all of this stuff out. And
Yes.
um, like another layer, like really trying to find true forgiveness, like even for ourselves, for the woulda, shoulda, couldas, or any kind of regrets, or any kind of, you know, things that were left, even though it might have been purposefully done by divine time, there's still
Hmm.
that human emotion stuff, right?
Hmm.
And I think we get all mucked up in our human emotions and it throws us off course big time. So, yeah, I don't know. It's
Hmm.
kind of interesting. Um, really, if you had to sit down, like it's almost like that question: if there was a bench and you could have anybody come sit down and talk to you, who would you want
Hmm.
and what would you ask? You know, like that's a
Yeah,
big question. Like, oh
that's a
my
big
gosh, I don't know. Yeah,
question.
like you only get one person. But if you could
Mhm.
ask your higher self, that part of you that's still in the divine, any question that you want, what would you ask? That's a big, yeah, yeah,
That's
that's a big one.
it's really hard to decide, isn't it? Because I have so many. And I think too
Yeah.
with the moon, hidden things like you said about the onion, the layers that we've even hidden from ourselves. And a lot of the people that I've been doing session with lately are more collected to the collective unconscious than the
Yeah.
collective consciousness. And
Yeah.
things people don't talk about. When we're working with someone and we know they're hurting, but they don't want to, we've got to open them up with the right questions, guide them to that place, hopefully without the god awful relationship or whatever, the betrayal, the deceit, the whatever. And I think too, another thing that I got just lately that was really a big deal for me. Some people are in really crappy relationships, really hard, challenging relationships. I think it's because those are contracts from past lives that need to be broken. They're broken now. If someone does
Mm,
something that awful to you, that the contract's broken by spirit. Now we can write a new contract. So
yeah.
get it on, get it over with. You know what I mean? Don't sit around and get out of the waiting room. So many people are in the waiting room waiting for
Yeah.
this, waiting for things to change, waiting, waiting, waiting. I'm sick of the waiting room. It's my turn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
like get in there and just take that first step. And even if you go slow, take breaks when you need, sleep a lot because I know that we're integrating an awful lot of energy. And when I teach Reiki, I teach everybody, that is integrated into our body through our lymph system. So we got to do the jumping jacks, toe touches, and move that energy and integrate it. The sooner we integrate it, the sooner we pop back up. We're like a different person, and
Yeah, for
literally
sure.
different person. Yeah,
Yeah.
because our
Yeah.
perceptions are different, our motives are everything's different. Everything's different, you know, and yeah, it
I
gets
think
rid
you
of a
just
lot of
have
the
to
triggers.
honor where you're at in your process. And I agree with you. I've been seeing a lot of people um overwhelmed by the slightest thing. Like they're already
Yes.
like completely frayed on all ends, and it's like one little thing and it just they're just overwhelmed, and it's like the house of
Hmm.
cards just comes down crumbling. And this is like little things that shouldn't do that, but I'm seeing a lot of patients, a lot of people really
Hmm.
struggling right now. And I think it's where we have to learn to step back, learn how to ground center, and have some other boundaries, you know.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, as a mom, you know, it's hard to have a good, healthy boundary sometimes. And sometimes you have to say no. But maybe that's because you need to say yes to you. And that's what I see a lot of women struggle with is
Absolutely. We worry about being loyal and faithful and honest with everyone else. You being loyal to yourself? Are we being loyal to our own dreams, to our own
yeah,
promises that we've made to ourselves? So do that, take some of that in and work on that, no matter what. And people aren't going to like it when you start to say no and put up your boundaries. They're not going to
yeah,
like it because they're used to being able to invade whenever they want to, or you know what I mean? Not
right,
invade, but
right.
you know what I mean? Have
Yeah.
access, like access denied. You know what I mean? Later might be
Sometimes.
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
and take some
Yeah,
time for
for sure.
yourself, and we really do have to separate from, the energy. A lot of people are throwing energy around because they're upset or whatever, and everyone's so sensitive right now, including us. I spend a
Yeah.
lot of time alone, and that's why I'm very, very sensitive, but not in a way that it's going to put me over the edge now. Maybe it did before, but you learn. You know what I mean? Just like being an
Yeah.
empath, you learn. not to take that into your heart. Like, let it ride your shoulders off the other side. You can feel other people. You can be 100% right about what they're feeling, going through, but don't take it in, let it ride. That's theirs. You know what I mean? Release their spirit back to them every time you interact with someone. And that way we're not carrying around other people's burdens. And,
Yeah.
some of the burdens we carry, maybe some of those wands, maybe we could put a few of those down and handle it later. Maybe
Right.
prioritize your wands, prioritize your burdens. Figure it out.
Right.
Like, which ones can I do something about and which ones are out of my control? And let those and put them in the fire and give them back to whoever needs to handle it. But we really have to purge, like you said. It's
For
getting rid
sure.
of all the things that don't serve us, and it's not selfish at all. I picked a
No.
collective card too, and it's the Four of
Awesome.
Water. It's about dreaming and introspection, contemplation, trusting in the abundance of opportunities. A lull in the action offers a chance for you to dream even bigger than before. So while it's quiet time, do that. Whenever plans turn out not they didn't come to fruition as you expected, feel secure in knowing that even greater things may await you. Every door closes, a window opens. It's not ever going to stop. You know, the universe conspires on our behalf, and disappointment and sadness will wash through us if we simply let them flow. Don't let it get stuck. I trust that spirit has many ways of responding to my desires, and what I seek can take a variety of forms. We have faith in the perfect timing and divine order. And that goes right along with what you said.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it when the cards show the same thing. So we're getting the same information, which,
Mhm.
and even if you claim not to be intuitive, everybody is. You need to
Oh,
just
yeah.
start honoring that and listening to it because, there's days that, you know, I get overwhelmed and I'm like, I can't wait till I come home and breathe. I go for a walk, I sit, I ground um,
Yeah.
as best that I can. And that really helps me tremendously.
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Nancy agrees with you. Release their spirit back to them. Yes. So we
Hmm.
have a bunch of
Access.
ladies.
Yeah.
Access denied. We have a. Oops, my battery's going to die. Give me 1 second.
Uh-oh.
I hate when that happens.
It's all
Oh, I
right.
turned it on. There we go.
Who's Nancy?
Ah, all right. Live TV. Never know what's going to happen. We're good to go now. All right, let's start
Yeah,
some
we are.
readings tonight. Let's start some readings tonight, Stormy. We have up first is Pam Reed. Hi, Pam, sweetheart. So I feel like access denied. I know. Don't you just love Stormy, Nancy? um, so Pam, for you, my dear, I got that the what we were just talking about kind of hit home for you with your hands in a lot of different pots, so much going on. Hey, Jamad, honey, and there's just so much. Um, you need to just regroup. You need to take like a little bit of time each day for you just to breathe, meditate, listen to like soothing music. Just, you know, nourish yourself first. I always like want to tell you to do that for you first, but you're not going to do it. So at some point in 24 hours, you can dedicate some time to yourself. Maybe it's at the end of the day. I got I picked a card for you. It's Princess of Winter. And it's talking about being realistic and undiplomatic. And you're always very truthful. The card is talking about information that can help you, but which may be also difficult to hear. Like just like what I just said,
Mhm.
that may be difficult for you to hear. Speaking your truth with kindness, and you're an indigo, my dear, so you're very intuitive, and you pick up on everybody's stuff, and that can take its toll on your energy, and you've been feeling that lately. I hope this is making sense for you. Yes, 3 kids in the morning, afternoon, music, and relax. Woo! Girl, I think like pampering yourself, if that means you have like your special creamer in your coffee or, you know, like make something that just makes you feel luxurious, like I make my own face oils, and I think that they just make me feel like I'm just special because it just feels good and the vibration of it. And so, like, little things like that, it doesn't cost a lot, you can do it for yourself, but every time you use it, you feel that relaxation and that energy boost. So there's a lot that you can do to help offset the craziness you got yourself into. But, it reminds me of what something Stormy said earlier, before, I think it was before we got on here, we asked for it. And sometimes when we ask for things, we don't realize, or you are superwoman, girl, like you really are, but sometimes superwoman needs a break, man. Put that cape up and just have a you day of where, like, if you
Mhm.
want to stay in bed, just want to binge watch TV, eat junk food, whatever, like, that's not the
Mhm.
healthiest, but hey, whatever works for you, right? But I
Mhm.
do feel like I have like a mother figure. It feels like I'm a mom. Is your mom in spirit, Pam? This very much feels like a maternal, um, mom like energy. And she's coming through just wanting to support you. And you've been taking time for you. Good, good, good. This is just your validation from spirit that you need to keep doing that. You need to keep doing that. But I feel like mom is really wanting you to be careful, with your heart. And um, what she means by that is not just the physical, like diet and making sure that your cholesterol's controlled and that kind of thing, but emotionally, she's wanting you to let go of some of that stuff in there. Some things need to be healed, and that might be needing to go through therapy or some kind of, like, you know trauma, something that can help release some of that, because it's all backed up in that heart space. Okay. And she just wants you to know she's with you. She thinks you are just so amazing. And did you help her towards the end of her life? Because I feel like she's wanting to say thank you for all that you've done for her, as well as all you do for the whole family. So she's giving you a lot of credit. And whew, like, I want to cry. So she's getting very emotional about it. Okay, so you did. She's so grateful. You were just so kind and compassionate, and you sucked up the stress. Like, you were very taxed doing all of that, but you did it with beauty and grace, and she's eternally grateful. So I'm going to leave that with you, darling. What are you getting for her, Stormy?
Well, the lover's card came out first, and that always signifies for me choices. And I'm just gonna go over it. Maybe there's something that you want to do that you've held back on, and it's for whatever reasons it is. I see money. I don't see love here. I see money. I see justice, legal, contracts, whatever. Um, some things going on, and you're needing to make a choice. So really be honest with yourself when you make this choice. It's coming up. You have a lot of hidden emotions, like, be honest with yourself, and then you can turn around and be honest with other people and choose the thing that you want. I don't care who thinks you shouldn't, or that you should do something different. It doesn't necessarily mean a relationship. Maybe before, in the past, you've been in relationships for the wrong reasons. Maybe someone manipulated you. And maybe it was finances. Maybe it was whatever. You know, mm, maybe they wanted something from you, your wisdom. I don't want to go there, but you know, slow and steady wins the race. There is help there for you. There's like a father figure above you, and there's help, and you just need to take your time. No being in a hurry at all about anything. Take your time, make the choice that you want. Forget about what everybody else wants. Forget about what they expect. What do you want? That's a big question too. When you have to really answer that question, what do I want? What do I want? What are you afraid to dream of? What are you afraid to go after? What's holding you back? You know what I mean? Um, yeah. Is it fear or love? So make choices with your soul, not your ego. And there you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's lots of information for you there, Pam. Uh,
Hmm.
so hold on to your boots, girl, this week and do some grounding and just allow. You know, I heard a song that I probably shouldn't even be saying this on here, but it's about the song is called Put Your Middle Fingers Up, and it's hilarious. But it's about just you have to at some point say, okay, like I just need to be me and I don't need to do everything. I don't have to be everything for everyone. I don't have to do everything for everyone. And at some point you have to put some healthy boundaries and realize that you are the expression of your soul and you're here for your experience. And I know that sounds counterintuitive to the human experience, but it really is. You have to take control and drive the bus. You have to decide.
Yeah.
And I like how you asked that, Stormy, about what do you want? That's a
Yeah.
huge question. And that would have me, well, I'm very analytical and so are you. And we're going to think on that one for a minute
There you
because yeah, Virgos, we love us. But superficially, you might have a list, but is that really what you want? Like
go.
you got to dig down in there to get to what you really desire and what you really want. So, yep, we leave that with
Hmm.
much love, girl. All right. Is Dorothea still in the room?
Dorothea.
Dorothea, I'm trying to scroll this bad boy back up here. Aw, thank you, Kelly.
Mhm.
Been putting Pam says she's been putting herself first lately, always took care of everyone. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she want I want the beach, she says. I don't blame you, girl. Ah, all right. Dorothea, you're very welcome, dear. Okay, Dorothea is here. All right, my dear. So let me pull a card for you and let's see. Thank you guys for joining us. We really love coming together and working together and bringing you guys messages.
This is fun.
We have a lot of fun doing it, as you can
Yes.
tell.
Hmm.
All right, Dorothea, I pulled a card here for you. It's the Five of Autumn. And the fairies are talking about reaching out to others for assistance, which is very difficult for you. You have a hard time asking for help and then actually receiving it. Um, this is also talking about poor timing for a career change right now. So I don't know if you're thinking about, they don't want you to upset the financial apple cart. Maybe adding in a side hustle or something, but no big dramatic change. They want you to have a little bit of, and it's the last line here is feeling challenged by money issues. So what they're talking about is it's about going back to basics, right? Like and I if you guys follow me, I say this a lot. I'm a very wanty person when I can want a million things and just for the experience of them. But do you need it? Do you really need it? No. Bottom line, no, you don't. And so right now for so many people, and I feel like what this coming for you, Dorothy, is also for the collective here is about getting back to basics. What do you really need? And allowing yourself time to shift it. So you don't get yourself in financial trouble overnight. It takes time to build it, it takes time to undo. And so I do feel like there's opportunity for maybe a side hustle, something that you could be doing to make money online. You don't have to go anywhere. There's so many different unique ways to make money. Oh, I hear digital products. I don't know if this is making any sense to you, Dorothea, but I feel like it'd be really easy for you to learn if you don't already know how to do it. And you have some passive income coming in. It might not be thousands and thousands each month, but it would be a little bit to start for sure. Um, Allowing yourself to challenge yourself and challenge your belief system. So this moon, I feel like, is bringing up for you um, and you might be getting this in the way of people challenging your beliefs or really questioning um, who you are or how you're presenting you to the world. And I feel like that all may be very purposeful for you so that you can look and say, do I still feel that way? Because as we change and we shift our perspective, we're going to look at things a little bit different, including ourselves and how we show up in the world. And you may find that some of your old belief systems are now outdated and it's time to start to let go. And this is the perfect time for you to really look at those aspects and let go of it. I have a male coming forward in spirit. And it almost feels like a father energy. Is your father in spirit, Dorothea? He's coming in and he's standing right behind you and very supportive of you. No. Your father is not in spirit? Is that what you're answering no to? So I'm getting this like it's a very father like energy. So if it's not a stepfather. So yeah, like it's not he's not standing in dad's spot, but he's really coming in like a father kind of figure. Okay. And I feel like he and he so maybe not as close. There's some distance with this of how he's coming in. But he wants you to know that um, you are doing a great job, he says. You are doing a great job. And, you have shown grace in times of struggle. And he's like he's showing me pictures of like the old Hollywood like movie stars, how they would just like things could be said about them and they just have this beautiful grace about them despite. And that's what he's like referring to you, like you can handle a lot of things and you do it with grace. Maybe behind closed doors you might fall apart over some of it, but you're really able to handle things in a beautiful fashion, and he's giving you a lot of credit for that. I'm hoping that that makes sense for you. He's just stepping in to let you know that he may not have been a main character in your life, but he is part of your soul family and he is helping support you from the other side and just trying to be your cheerleader and let you know that you're doing a really good job. Yeah, like a father like energy, but he's not your father. And I get him as a very kind man. He was very purposeful with his words, so he might have not have always said things, but he meant what he said when he did speak. Um, okay, I'm gonna leave that with much love, my dear. What you got for her, Stormy?
Whoa.
Whoa.
um, kind of a lot. Remember at the beginning of this, we talked about things that we've hidden coming to the surface, things that you don't. So, like Michelle said, you're very graceful. Nobody knows how you really feel inside, but you are so full of emotion and brokenhearted. I mean, I see the first thing is like a battle. And whether you're being attacked by other people or people are coming at you with whatever their judgment or whatever, they misunderstand accusations. I feel and it's kind of you went in, you're an introvert, and you keep it all to yourself, and it's time to start to express some of that. I see that you have a lot on your plate. This might have to do with your marriage. The Two of Cups is above you. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? And why don't you tell people how you really feel or how things make you feel? There's some reason why you keep it quiet because the Queen of Pentacles is there and she knows what she wants. Queen of Wands in the past will change. And in Queen of Cups, you got all these queens here, and it's like, um, you hold a lot inside, and you need to start to express it. But be careful because sometimes it's not what you say; it's how you say it. You know what I mean? But there's some things that you need to get off your chest and open your heart back up because you're absolutely closed down to something, and to the bad stuff, you close down to the good stuff too, in a way. So it's like there's love all around. There's lots of companionship, good relationships being offered, but you're just not. You're just not. You're too busy. You're juggling. You're the two of pentacles. There's too much going on, and you're keeping yourself busy, so you don't have to think about. I'm just saying, then the tower's at the end, so there will be a change. The tower's like boom, and it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's a catalyst to help you. If you don't do this, then something will happen to help you open up and express yourself. Yeah, you can't hold everything in. Can't hold everything in and just let people come at you anymore. Judgment's below, and that's for everybody. The judgment call, the horns being sounded. Answer the phone. Answer the phone. Like Michelle said at the beginning. What do I owe? I want to pay it. Did I? Do I? Should I do something? Do I need to forgive someone? That speak up. Speak up for yourself because I have a feeling that you don't always do that. Yeah. There
All
you
right,
go.
my dear, we're going to leave that with you with much love. Let's
Yeah.
squeeze in one more. What do you say, Stormy?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm not in a hurry.
Awesome. Awesome.
This is
All right,
awesome. Yeah.
Nancy, are you still in the room, my dear? Oh, you're very welcome, my dear. You're very
Hey,
welcome.
Nancy. Where's Nancy from?
Oh, Nancy, where are you from? She is here. All right, I'm going to pull a card for you while you type in where you're from. Ooh, I like it since I tap into her energy.
Yeah, where's
Good
she from?
news. Good news is on the horizon. She's from Florida. Stormy, you
Ah,
met her. Yeah. Whew, got
sunshine.
chills on that. Okay. I pulled a card for you, my dear. It's the 10 of Autumn. Take steps to ensure the financial security for your children or other loved ones, making wise investments and planning for retirement, honoring traditions. So, what I got for you, darling, is that um, something that you've been praying on has really been on your head. I feel like is going to come forward. You're finally getting a payout for that, okay?
Mm,
And I feel like it was a selfless thing, but somehow you're reaping a reward out of it. So, yay for you. I do feel like this is a time of I don't know if you've been feeling like pent up energy, like you don't know what to do with all your energy right
mhm.
now. So this is a good time, spring cleaning, really like purging out, letting go of things you're not using, making space for the new. All of those things are really good for right now for you. Um, and being very mindful and purposeful. So, like when you wake up in the morning, setting your intention and proclaiming it. So, I don't know if you're meditating in the morning, but at the very least, setting some kind of intention. Um, you know, doing this every day, just making it part of the routine where you're like, okay, as we start this day, we're going to ask for the highest vibration. We're going to help me be self aware as I'm moving through this day. Help me be mindful of what the words I choose and the actions that I choose. And these are all for you, darling. This is these are all your affirmations to start saying every morning.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you do vision boards or anything like that, but that's also something that can help you focus a lot of your energy and put it in a very visual. Um, Working on your thoughts. Yes, this so you're getting the reminder. A vision, like you're a very visual person, so having reminders around you to be more centered and grounded and mindful can be helpful. So what I'm seeing is maybe putting affirmations beside the bathroom mirror or like little words of inspiration that you have like around the house. You did a vision board and have it up. Woohoo! um,
It's, um,
like by my bed, I actually have different prayers that I say and different sutras and things like that, like just taped on my wall. I mean, it looks kind of weird, but for me, it's a visual reminder. Okay, let's set these intentions. Um, and so you like that, you pick up on those subtle visual cues. So set yourself up for success, like buy when you go to the bathroom, buy the toilet paper, put some more, like put these in places that you're going to visit frequently, and it will help shift your mindset. The other thing that you're also very sensitive. Okay, yes, you even set a reminder using the Law of Attraction app. That's awesome. The other thing that you're very sensitive to energy, my dear. And so, right now, using things like a Healy device or Rife frequencies, Safago frequencies, any kind of vibrational healing, going to like a gong bath or um, uh, singing bowls or crystal bowls or anything like that, your body's going to respond beautifully to, and it can help you get release emotions and release these things out of the physical body. So utilize some of those tools that are available to you even on a daily basis. It's a game changer, especially right now with so much going on and so much coming up. It can really help you.
Mhm.
I'm going to leave that with you. What do you got for her, Stormy?
Her cup runneth over. You're right, and she's very filled with love and wants to give that. But sometimes we attract the opposite, and I see that.
Ooh.
You know, just lately there are some things that are on your mind that make that where you feel stuck. Remember, we talked about what's blocking you from doing what you want to do. That it is, there's a battle, but it's is it inside or is it outside? As above, so below. So it's like, you know, I feel like you've been sorting a lot. A lot's coming to the surface, and some of it you're going to keep to yourself, and some of it you're going to share, and that's okay. When we do the work, we don't have to tell anybody. We do the work. We make it through whatever. I see that recently you've walked away from a lot of things that weren't, and like I said, people don't like that, and that happens, and maybe that's why they're coming at you a little bit. But I feel like you still are looking for missing puzzle piece to make your decision. You have a really important crossroads and decision coming up very soon. It's a hermit. It might be something that you've not even spoken to other people about. The hermit goes inside and heals and learns. And when you're ready, you'll be able to share that, and then you'll take action. Queen of Pentacles in your house, you know what you want. You know who you are, and you know what you want. Relationships, it's there. The love there. Maybe you might want that to go to another level, or not. The Queen of Wands at the end, like so many queens coming out in everybody's readings. Girls, we got the divine feminine in the house. You know what I mean? That's why we're being squished like diamonds under pressure. Under pressure, we got this. And I think one of the most important things we need to do is give ourselves permission to want what we want and wish what we wish and dream what we want to dream. Nothing, no, the sky's not even the limit. And the Queen of Wands, she knows what she wants. She did all this inside stuff. She's thought about it. You have a beautiful heart. And at the end of it, you're going to be like, I'm making these moves. And you're going to do it. But you want to line all your ducks up in a row first. And I guess that's right. I guess that's a good thing to do. You know what I mean? And go. But when things start to happen for you, they're going to happen really quickly. And it's all going to go good. It's going to be synchronicity right on down the line. Like Michelle said, some good stuff's coming. When you get done sorting through all this other stuff that you're working through, I see it. I see it here. Yeah, the battle's with ourselves. I really believe that. You know what I mean? No one
Yeah,
kicks our butt more than our own butt more than we do.
right.
It's like, oh, I didn't do that, or gee whiz, and something else too. I feel really strongly. Maybe you were holding something together that you needed to let fall apart. Sometimes we use a lot of energy, emotional energy, and time, and money, and resources to help something hold together. Let it fall, let it fly, let it fly. You know what I mean? Maybe that's when you'll find your missing puzzle piece. Yeah,
She says, "Wow, yes, walked away from family. Yes, divine feminine. I did so much work and do feel a bit stuck. Wow, amazing reading. She
yeah,
is amazing. I love it. Awesome.
yeah.
Let it fly. You got
Set
it, girl.
yourself free. Yeah,
Sometimes we just got to get out of our own way, right? Like sometimes
yeah.
we block it. More than sometimes, I think.
Absolutely. And we thought it was because we're love and empathetic, whatever. Whatever. Yeah. We love some
Yep.
people from over here.
That's right. For sure.
Hmm.
All right. Let's see. Want to do one more? I can't get this
Let's do one
thing to go
more.
back up. All right. Lisa Marie, are you still in the room?
Bella's coming. Say
Oh, hi, baby.
hi to everybody. Kitties, they just, hey, you're going to be on the camera. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
All right. Lisa, if you're still in the room, there she
Hi,
is. She says, yes, I am here. All right, darling. Let's
Lisa.
see.
Bella, kiss the car.
Let's see what we got for you.
My sweet
All right,
girl.
my dear. I got the King of Summer. Devoted, mature, warm hearted, a romantic partner you can trust. Excellent
Mhm.
advice that comes from the heart and getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavor. What I'm getting about, um,
Bella.
I'm getting about creative project first. Um, I feel like if you can allow yourself to let's say like you choose painting. Let's just use that. Whatever creative outlet that you want to try or that you enjoy, they want you to kind of like get centered, grounded, take a few deep breaths, and you want to just pick something easy. Go online, pick a picture, something super easy that you can paint. So it is challenging you, but not, it's almost like you can set it and forget it and allow your mind and allow the divine to come in, and it puts you in this receptive mode to hear some deeper wisdom. Sometimes with busy minds like yours, you have to kind of, it would be hard just to say, okay, I'm going to meditate now, and then go from what I call the monkey mind, busy, 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 to, okay, I'm going to be zen in the mood. And down deep into a meditation. So it can be done, don't get me wrong, but it can be more challenging for some. And I feel like doing creative outlets is going to help you go deeper with your connection with the divine. Also, setting intentions with working with them more as you move throughout your day. You hear spirit, but you don't always acknowledge that you're hearing it. I hope that's making sense for you. um, you get a knowingness of things, but you don't always realize um, that it's spirit doing it. But that's okay. The fact that you're receiving it and then you're acting on it is the important part here as well. Um, they want you to know that they've heard you. So I don't know if you put out your order to the universe about your ideal partner and someone that you're wanting to come in, but they heard you and they hear you, and they're working on shifting this masculine male to be ready for exactly what it is that you're needing. So I don't I'm trying to clarify here if the person, if he's not already here, is what I'm getting. Okay, I'm just trying to clarify this one, because I'm getting that it's not a current partner that's coming. This is somebody else. Okay, that's coming in, but it's also about alignment, and really, I feel like honoring your own boundaries and your own desires. So not settling for less than what you want is a big
Amen.
piece of that. And I feel like, do you have a woman that you um, talk to, like a mom, like a woman of wisdom that you go to? Because I'm getting like there's a really deep love for this this person um, that you trust for wise counsel, and they may tell you things. I don't know how to say this, but they may say it in a way that you can hear it where somebody else might not be able to put it in a word that you're ready to receive. Does that make any sense to you, my dear? Um, but lean on the wise counsels in your life to help you figure out things and process things. You have a hard time inviting people into, like I like to call it, our chaos, our internal world of, it's hard for you to let those walls down. But it's really important because you're going to get more women coming in your life that you have a spiritual friend that you talk to. There's going to be more women that really are coming into your path over the next, like, over this next year, that truly just want the best for you. Like Stormy said earlier, it's that divine feminine where we want everybody to succeed. We're like, I'll see you at the top. Let's do this and let's just keep helping each other move on up. And I feel like that your tribe, your divine feminine counterparts are coming, and it's important that we learn to love and trust each other and help each other, because that's really that's where things are going. And if you can do that, that's an amazing, like, feather in your cap. It's an advantage for you. So welcome it. And the old of, like, maybe in the past you had women that pretended to be a friend, that, I think every woman has had that person come in their existence, right? That supposedly was a friend and, like, sabotage the things, blah blah blah. No more. We're not attracting that anymore. We're really trying to see that love and light within each other and support each other's visions. And you're going to have more and more people coming for you like that. And so embrace it and trust it and know that it's different. The vibe is different. It's not ever about competition. Nope. It's not about any of that. It's about really just love, real, right? So I feel like that's coming as well for you. So congrats, girl. That's what I got for you, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
What you got for us, Stormy?
Well, new beginnings is what I've got. That's the first card out. And this might be something that's been under wraps, like, something that you wanted a long time ago or something that you dreamed of. You put a lot of energy into everything that you do. And, but for some reason you've been feeling stuck. And I see the lovers in the passing. So in the recent past, maybe your relationships, a lot of arguing, a lot of, disagreement, things being said and done, behind your back, like, someone talking about you, whatever. But it's okay to change your mind because you changed your mind. It's okay to change your mind, and it's okay to change it again. But I feel like someone's trying to influence your decisions, and let that go because that's what's getting you stuck. And the other people aren't the only ones who have a hard time expressing emotions. Maybe you do too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're having a hard time expressing how you really feel. And I see everything changing, your whole life changing, like maybe even where you live, what you do, your dreams. It's something that I think you put a lot of energy into a relationship, whether you're so in that relationship or you just got out of it, something's going on. But it was making you stuck. And what Michelle said earlier about creating something, that's left brain, right brain. To get out of your head, create something, do some art, make something that puts you in your heart, your right brain, heart, feminine energy. Get out of your head about things because, yeah, just get out of your head about it, get into your heart about it, and ask yourself what you want. Knight of Cups, the Tower, the Seven of Wands, again, attack, got the Five of Wands. People don't understand that they don't have to. You have nothing to prove to anybody. And do what you want to do. Make the choice that you want with your heart. Because that way you won't feel stuck and tied down and blindfolded and have so many questions. Sometimes your question's your answer. You have all those questions, something's going on. When you're in the flow and you're in alignment with your soul purpose and your life's purpose, um, I believe with all my heart and soul that there won't be all those questions and doubts and fears and, trying to decide what to do. I mean, seriously, Michelle knows too, when we're in tune with spirit, we're in alignment with our purpose. Synchronicities, just it blows my mind. I have to tell myself that really happened. Wow, this is so cool. And sometimes it's fun when other people see it, but a lot of times it's just for us. So yeah, I think that you've got a lot coming up, a lot to sort out, a lot to decide, a lot to do, um, new ideas to nurture and take care of. Maybe you were putting a lot of energy into something that wasn't worth it, and it's time to put it into something that will. But before that happens, things might fall apart. So don't worry if it does. If the tower moment comes, and you just have to. Sometimes we realize things, but we don't accept it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we know something happened, but we don't want to accept that, so we keep fighting about it. We keep, like, well, in the waiting room, like I said earlier, there's so many women in the waiting room, waiting for this, waiting for that, waiting for this, waiting for that, fighting, arguing, whatever. Let it go, let it all go, and it might take a minute to start your new journey, but I feel like you are about to do something completely different from what you have been doing, not just in your relationships, but in your work too, your job. Yeah,
She says,
there you go.
divorced for many years, yes, feeling stuck and looking for a new career.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you can get into your creative mind and ask the question, like, Divine, help me figure out which direction to go, and then like set that order out to the universe and forget about it. Don't like dwell on it, because sometimes we want to push push push, like Stormy said earlier, we
That's
want
what
to
it is.
push the things, but sometimes it's about letting that resistance go and being in the receptive mode, and then it's like drops right in your lap for you. So it's about shifting your vibration that way, and it also helps you feel unstuck, because one, you're creating things and you're getting the energy going in a different direction, and it all kind of comes back around then to help you release that resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So try
Yeah,
those things. Try some different things, and I promise you, it'll help shift it for you pretty easily.
yeah. And forgiveness is a big deal right now. There's still things from your marriage that are bothering you and blocking you. Like let that stuff go. Work it out. Let it go. It's still affecting your choices. Okay, and sometimes we're too loyal to other people. Like I said at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, be loyal to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be good to yourself. Pamper yourself. Love yourself. And um, I see a lot of changes coming up, but you got to get out of your head and into your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Paint something, like throw paint at the camera, just throw paint,
That's
and then
fun.
abstract art is a blast. I want to finger
Oh, it's
paint,
so
right?
much fun. It's so
I'm
much fun.
telling you, yeah, do something unexpected,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah, and there's lots of things to do, abstract art, things like that are fun expressions of
yeah,
things that you can do. But, follow your own bliss on that. Follow your own passion.
mhm,
It'll
yeah,
come around.
yeah.
Well,
Different ways.
I think, yeah, I think, guys, just remember that. Uh, can you see Remy? He's passed out on the floor.
That was on your
Remy's
turn. I feel something
Remy's
biting.
had a rough day. He's had a
Oh,
rough day. Um, Rem,
sweet.
come. Good boy. Come here. Nicole wants to say hi. Come here. I think when we. There's Mr. Rems.
Remy's famous. Hi, Remy. Hey, baby. Hey,
Yes, he
Rem,
needs
what
his
you
own
doing?
show. You
That
say
was
hi,
down there on
Stormy?
my foot with her paws wrapped around my ankle. Like, she's never ever done that. She's so silly. What are you doing? Wish you
Yes,
could see
Mr.
she just like
Remy.
at me with
He's a
her.
good boy. I think what we need to do is for this energy. Whoop, you got your paw in there, buddy. Is remember we need to ground. Anytime we have that full moon and we're going to release things, we got to remember to stay centered and grounded. Thank you. He's a sweetheart.
Mhm.
And really just Give yourself patience. I know that's the hardest thing. When I hear that P word, I'm like, ah. But we really need to
Yeah,
find that compassion for ourselves. We give it to
with
everybody
ourselves.
else. And we
Hmm.
really need that because think about it like this, you know, when we have these things coming up, these strong emotions, old hurts, old traumas, different layers of things coming up, can we shift our mind to be like, you know what? This is a blessing. When I felt this come up the last time, it was much more intense. I went down the rabbit hole way too far. Now it's not as heavy, it's not as intense. Just think of it as a blessing to let go. Because when we can really shift it and forgive things and heal these things, these emotions and these stored up energies, our whole physical body, our overall well being and health improve. So, all of that's needed right now. I've been receiving all of that, making healthier choices, doing things differently. You can't keep doing the same things and expect things to change. So sometimes we have to sit in our dark and in that heavy and go, thank you for showing me this. Think about when somebody, like I had this today where a patient like totally lost their mind. They
Hmm.
became in a complete panic attack and anxiety. And I'm like, okay, as an empath, that's like,
Yeah, like,
flies right at you. It's very like out of nowhere. You're like, whoa, okay. So I very purposefully like allowed, gave her energy, helped her calm down, and I just was like, this is, I'm being a mirror. She's showing me my own anxiety, which I didn't have at the time, but I'm like, oh, it could get like that. It could get like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm not reactive. I'm being proactive, right? And trying to help them shift what they need to, but I'm not attached to their outcome of it, right? So, but that comes through all this my own healing, right? So then we can help others while we're helping ourselves not get triggered in situations. So there's so many layers to it. So just think of it as a blessing in that we get to do this, and the less triggered we are, the more centered and grounded we can stay within all of the chaos, all of the energies. You're just one step closer to truly it being gone and being in your rear view, baby. Hey, woman. Thanks for coming in, Amanda. Well,
amen.
you guys, do you have any last words, Stormy, about like what people might want to else think about as we hit this eclipse and this moon energy this week?
Yeah, get ready for a lot of things to change. Just let them change. And like Michelle said, and other people too, our interactions with other people, just really watch it because people have different control dramas, ways that they get energy from other people. Some people are
Right.
the damsel in distress, or, whatever they do. Some are aloof. Some get angry to get energy from other people, whatever. Watch the
Yeah.
Celestial Prophecy, read the book. You know what I mean? It'll
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you a lot about that dynamic, and you can separate yourself from that. Like, seriously, there is a part of us that's connected, that's collective, and that's our God spark. The rest of it, our personalities, our character, that's individual. Not everything about everybody is connected. There's a part of us that is, but the rest isn't. So it's kind of like, you know, um, I've been diving deep into Carolyn Meese on YouTube, the archetypes, different, they're all of them, the healer, the whatever, the prostitute archetype, and it's not just sex that people prostitute their time, their energy for money. It's not just about sex, so there's like all these different dynamics, and I love Carolyn Meese.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to her like probably a lot. I'm a Virgo, so I get a little obsessed about things when I like it. I go down the rabbit hole, and yeah, I think that the main thing is just trust that whatever's going on, it's going to pass. Things are going to
Hmm.
change. Don't get stuck in stuff. Let it go. Let it happen. Like Michelle said about her client, let that happen. She needed to feel that, experience that, or whatever, and without interruption. You know what I mean? Or someone telling her you shouldn't feel that, or you don't really,
Yeah.
go for
Yeah.
it. Hmm.
And Celestine Prophecies has come up. That's been coming up a lot, and it's a great. If you there's so many books in that series. I love all those audiobooks. They're
Mhm.
fantastic. And
Yeah.
another book that's been coming circling around is Seth Speaks. So if you haven't read that book or listened to that audiobook, you might want to check that one out. That one is very timely as well. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it's funny. Like, so many intuitives I've been talking to, and they were talking about it. I'm laughing because Spirit's like, would you get the book off the shelf and open it up? 'Cause so I
Just do
literally have it
it.
on my coffee table. Yeah.
Put it to page.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's very timely for things now too. So trust those silly little things that you're getting. It's all helping you in so many ways. So thank you
On
guys
our
so much
dreams.
for joining us.
Yeah. Yeah, we can sit
And
here for
if you
hours.
Yeah, Dolores Cannon too. Absolutely. Absolutely. So you can reach Stormy on Facebook and through Messenger at Ancient Healings, Carol
Mhm.
Rayan. And you guys can reach me at my website, empoweredwellness.org, if you are interested in readings. And thank you guys so much. We'll see you back here at the beginning of next month. Stormy will be back. All right,
I'll be back.
guys. Much love and light. Take care.